Hey, what up everyone? I'm Cynical, and this is Gems of War. We have a lot of things to do today. You would think it would be a longer video, but some people are asking me to do shorter videos, so I'm going to show you three teams in this video. Okay, the Guild Wars for Blue Day Guild Wars team, which you're watching right now. Um, the World Event team, that's just a little bit, tweaked for today. And it's still doing awesome, still one-shotting with Tesla. And then the faction event team, pretty much three pretty meta teams, I guess. I don't know if I'd say that about the world event team, but anyway, um, yeah. So here we have Blue Guild Wars, and I want to tell you to get your campaign done first. Make sure you go get your campaign done first. So you can get your extra stats for Guild Wars. There were some of them that were annoying, like doing the treasure hunt. You got to get over 60 turns. I might make a video for that tomorrow to show my treasure hunt where I got over 60 turns. That way, if you need to do it still or you need to do it in the future, it will be helpful to you. And then another one was like using 2 event keys, completing your adventure board, completing dungeons. Like, they're making it so you want to do your adventure board in dungeons like last instead of first these days, because I maybe could have got my campaigns done on Monday if I didn't, but I had already done my dungeons. Then one task later on asked me to do dungeons, and then, you know, I don't know. You just got to be careful with your tasks. Because some of them are time gated, some of them are making you use like event keys and jewels for summoning stones, and go do treasure hunt, which is annoying and all that. But here we have the Blue Guild Wars team. We have Forest Troll, King Gobtruffle, the Mirage Queen, really good, all blue. Shout out to Shinori for giving me the idea for this team. I mean, it's the King Gobtruffle meta, but I was using something else, so it was all thanks to Shiny that I started using this team. I asked you guys to put some Guild Wars teams in the comments, and Shiny did, so shout out to you, Shiny. Shinori. I don't know if you like being called Shiny or not, but here we go. This is your team that you suggested. And I'm using 3 Medals of Orpheus, and these are the last 2 battles. This is Bracket 4. These are the last 2 battles, so the Champion and the Paragon I'm showing, because I'm trying to make it a shorter video, like I said. So I'm only showing the last 2 battles, but I went 5-0, got over 9,500 points. Wasn't in danger at all. I did use my magic medals on the first 2 battles, and then I switched to Orpheus, all Orpheus on the last 3 battles because I got nervous, and as you can see, I'm getting frozen a little bit here. And you don't want to get frozen with this team at all, so use your Orpheus medals, play it safe. It might take you an extra cast or 2 to kill them, but it is what it is. You don't want to get frozen on blue or something, then you'd be screwed. But yeah, get your campaign done first to get those extra stats. Get your sentinels up, your defense, all different troops on your defense. This team loops really good. Hopefully you don't have to use the Mirage Queen, but even the Mirage Queen is good because you're putting all that green on the board. Sometimes you can line up some skulls if you're not entangled, even if you are and it's your only extra turn. But every troop on this team has an extra turn potential. I even got to a goblin team, so that was nice. And yeah, usually as long as you get going before they get going, you're going to win. Cast your Gobtruffle when you got it, above everything else. The only time I didn't was when I only had like 1 Gobtruffle up, and the board didn't look like I was going to, I don't know. The board didn't look good or whatever. Right here I'm looking for an extra turn because I'm like, man, I hope I don't somehow lose a troop or something. But, yeah, if you only have like 1 Gobtruffle up or 1 Forest Troll up, you only have 1 troop up and the board isn't like yours yet, you don't have it fully green or brown or whatever, a lot of green on it, you might want to look for like a green extra turn or a brown extra turn or a blue extra turn or whatever, because you don't know, you might not hit, you might not get that extra turn, you might not get the RNG, and then it'll be their turn. You don't want that to happen. So take your extra turn, then cast your troop in those situations. But they're very rare. 90% of the time you're just going to cast your Gobtruffle if it's up, cast your Forest Troll if it's up, cast your Mirage Queen if it has alignment, But sometimes you want to. Another time you want to take the extra turns is if it's not green or brown. Like if there's a yellow extra turn on the board, go ahead and get that out of there. You don't want that there. Even though you don't need the mana, get it out of there so it can some more green or brown or blue can fall instead. Mostly you want green or brown, but I'm saying blue because that's a color you need for every troop, obviously. But here you can see I did pretty well. I went 5-0. I think one other person went 5-0, but they only got like 8,000 points. They must not be using a full team, which I don't understand this high in the brackets and this late in the game, not using a full color team. But some people are scared to lose, so they get nervous and they don't use the color of the day. Use the color of the day, guys. Don't be scared. I mean, if you're in like a really, really low level guild, then yeah, maybe just win. 5-0 would be better, but as you can see, 9,522. Here we have the, what is this, the faction event team? Yeah, so it's the meta. It's a team I always show whenever you can use yellow on the delve. You might as well use this team. Everybody can use it. So there's no people saying, well, what would you use if you didn't have this? That doesn't happen with this team because everybody has finesse. The only thing they might say is the Nimbus bow if they don't have that. But it doesn't matter. Don't use the Nimbus bow then. Use something else. I don't care what. Use Reflection of Good. Use Mountain Crusher. Use some other weapon that makes yellow, you know, or whatever. It's not that big of a deal in this case. Nimbus bow is the best, I think. The only problem with it is it makes a bunch of yellow, so sometimes maybe a Valraven might get away because you put so much yellow on the board, so if you miss, then the Valraven might get all of its mana and run away, but that's happened, like, I can count it on one hand how many times that's happened, and it's probably literally 1 or 2 times. So, it has happened, though, so it's worth mentioning. But, yeah. Super easy team, and very early in the delve, just get your first finesse up. Don't even worry about your Nimbus bow. The only time you want to worry about your Nimbus bow is, like, later on in the delve, like when it starts getting higher level and you need to get some extra turns to get your power up on your finesses. But yeah, these are awesome. Like the finesse feeds into its own mana. Like it has whenever there's a storm going, it gives 6 mana to all Strix allies. So if you cast that first one, then you're going to get up that second one. If you cast that second one, you're going to get up that third one. It's kind of like the Dwarven Gate team, to where whenever you cast it, you're getting 6 mana. It's getting the next one up. It's casting, giving everybody 6 mana. Getting the next one up. It's casting, giving everyone 6 mana, getting the next one up. And that includes your hero if you're using, whatchamacallit? What is it called? The Yellow Storm class. Not Sunspear, Stormcaller. If you're using Stormcaller, definitely use Stormcaller. All you have to do is fully trade it. You don't have to be on like level 100 or anything, because it's just the 3rd trait. So all you need is either like an orange orb or some trait stones. So it's not as hard as like other talents, like say, for example, the Gobtruffle team. You need talent. You need the 100 talent for the Titan class to take full advantage of that team. Now it's not like you have to have it, but you know, it's recommended. But with this one, it's just Stormcaller with fully traded, which is way easier than getting to level 100 in a class. You just need trade stones and fully trade it. You can be on level 20 or level 1 with the class. It doesn't matter. But yeah, great team. Just cast your finesse and you're good to go. Use as many Nisha medals as you have. I'm using 2 Nishas and a Nisha badge, so I'm fully Nisha'd out with this team. You could use an Anu, I guess, but you would only get like 2 mana for it, so it's really not that good. And it's probably a waste of a slot. I'd almost rather put like a Medal of Seasons if you don't have enough Nishas. That way your finesse is dealing double skull damage to yellow enemies, dealing double magic damage to yellow enemies. It's an awesome team. I've showed it a bunch of times, so if you have any questions, just put them in the comments. But there you go. So Gobtruffle was the first team. And Finesse was the second team. So pretty meta here early on. But very busy day. I had to do a bunch of campaigns to get my stats. And it was annoying, especially the treasure hunt one. But check this out. Alright, here's the Riddles in the Dark World Event team that I tweaked a little bit. Go ahead and use the one from yesterday if you don't have these troops that I'm about to show. I think I used the Possessed King. So if you don't have the Possessed King, you can use the Devoted or one of the other troops from yesterday. Just go check out my yesterday video. There's chapters. Just click on World Event Team. It's super easy. But I only got a couple minutes left. The other thing I wanted to say is for the Elite Pass. I know you guys love to hear me talk about this. But my new stance on the Elite Pass is wait and see. You don't have to buy it now. You don't have to not buy it now. You don't have to decide. You don't have to decide right now. Don't buy it yet. Why? Why are you buying it right now? Don't buy it yet. Wait and see. Let other people buy it. Because, as you can see, the campaign is getting harder and harder every week. This week we had to go to a level 30 delve and complete that, instead of a level 20. This week we had to go to a difficulty 2 explore, instead of a difficulty 1. This week we had to do a 60 turn treasure hunt. You know what I mean? It's going to get harder and harder as the week go. So, if you buy the Elite Pass expecting that you're going to get a mythic at the end, you're going to need to do some pretty difficult things on week 10 if it keeps going the way it's going, which I think it will. You're going to have to do a difficulty 12 explore probably. You might have to do like a level 3 or 400 delve. You might have to do like a 100 turn treasure hunt. You might have to use like 5 event keys or something, or who knows? Who knows? You might. The ones I think are probably going to happen is the difficulty 12 explore and like a high level delve. And as long as you're sure you can do those, get the Elite Pass if you want. I don't know if I'm getting it or not. I know I can complete those, but I'm talking to people. I'm talking to people that are like between level, 0 and like 1,000. Just be careful. But here's the team: Tesla, Jar of Eyes, Royal Engineer, the Possessed King. I just used those for their traits, the Royal Engineer and the Possessed King, because they weren't really doing anything. Tesla's doing all the work. She's still one-shotting, so just use Tesla with the event medals. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. Maybe I'll do a live stream, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.